I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
We ain't beefing. I don't want no smoke. It ain't no secret. They know all of us are go.
All right, we running late. That's about all we're gonna get.
People need us. We can't let them fight this battle alone.
I just got caught. Shout out to Steve Roy, Black Cool, Alpha Duncan. I was caught watching the trailer for a new Jamie Foxx movie when I was setting this up on YouTube, trying to do something about a rapper or whatever. But I had to peel out of there and come in here. Somebody tell me what that movie is. It looked decent. It looked decent. Welcome to the program, y'all. What's the good word, man? It's Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I am Lamont King, and you are live. Apologies for the tardiness, man. Had some technical issues. I don't know what was going on. I guess, you know what? In the storm over the weekend, I believe thunderstorms, my computer reset, and so I had to change the settings because the sound wasn't coming, into the headphones. So we back though. Good to see y'all, man. Oh, it's called B1 because it was on. I was refreshing that song, and you know how when you refresh your YouTube pages, sometimes they go right into the ads. And that ad just started running. I was like, oh, what's this? I ain't seen this. He was like, you rap? She was like, I'm a rapper. And I was like, oh, all right, then. I don't know. It may be a thing, man. One of the must-sees. Hey, man, we made it, man. Welcome back to the world. It's a new week, start of a new week. So glad you are here. Oh, B1. I thought that was the name of the movie. Hey, come on, man. Stop lunch. But anyway. Now it's gone. I can't even see it. Welcome back to the world, man. Thanks for y'all for tuning in to Let's Go Live. This program Monday through Friday. Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 Eastern time. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast and everybody watching worldwide. We got some new listeners and patrons. Let me see. Let me put it up there. We got some new sponsors. I know I wrote it down. New sponsor. Bargain Bay Buys, ladies and gentlemen. For all your reselling needs, check them out on Instagram and also at bargainbaybuys.com. It's a wonderful operation they have going on over there. So check that out when you please. Will you? And also our longest running, we are broadcasting live from the Drunken Fruit Studios, our longest running partner here. Check them out when you get a chance. Also download the Humor Meal app. You catch us streaming and on demand and all of that. If you see something, say something. I know some of y'all been hanging on. Appreciate to all the loyal viewers and listeners for hanging on and wondering what was up with your boy. That feels good, man, to know that 1,000 people are watching this very stream right now and concerned at what happened. We shoot for 6 o'clock every time. Most of the time we on. You know what I mean? I don't believe in CP time. I don't believe in none of that. So it was just some technical issues. Also, say hello to our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson. Good to have you. Also, this portion of the show specifically is brought to you by Black History Trivia, an absolutely wonderful game that happens on Facebook Live. I believe on Tuesday nights, Mr. Clarkson, the EP, he can put the information in there for you so you can tune in and catch that. Great to sit and watch with your kids and all of that. So they're also one of our new sponsors. Appreciate you. All right, let's get to it, man. We ain't got a lot of time. It's nice outside. I want to go outside. So your man today, I'm looking for the video. I saw it on social media, but I was looking for like a more official site. But I was watching, I feel like we and wait a minute before I go to that. if you want to jump on, because I'm trying to get somebody on today. If you just want to jump on and you got Skype, we can do the audio, we can do the video. We're not concerned about how you look. Just jump on with something good to say. Go to Skype and find the Let's Go Live account and hit me up. I'll bring you onto the show. And also, we should be hearing from Roland Martin a little later. But anyway, I was laughing today because I kept seeing this viral video of Joe Biden bike riding and riding a bike. And I'm saying, like, whoever posted it originally, it was thousands of retweets. And then I say it again, and somebody made a joke. Yeah, this one can't even walk. Trump can't even walk. And Biden's out here on a bicycle. And then that one got thousands of retweets. And then I seen another one. They showing Trump not being able to drink water. And then Biden was on a bike. And it got thousands of retweets. And then there was this other one where it was showing him golfing, showing the president golfing and looking real crazy. And then they showed side by side Biden on a bike. And it got thousands of retweets. And then, like, whenever I go to Mr. Lamont King's Twitter account and I say something, and I get like dozens of retweets. I'm like, hey, man, we are in trouble. If the stakes are whether or not one of these two old, decrepit, curmudgeon-y, pasty, geriatric old white men can ride a bike is what does it for us? Are you kidding me? That's what excited you today? The fact that he can ride a bicycle? These are our choices. And this is what gets you hyped. This is what gets you in mine is better than yours. Because he can ride a bicycle? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Unbelievable. This is what I had to wake up to today. The excitement. Because Biden can ride a bike. Man, you know, they say the lesser of two evils, right? And I don't have no problem with that. I got to be honest. Because we've been picking the lesser of two evils all our life. Don't tell me that you don't remember, getting off-brand or the generic brand of cereal out the bag. Don't do that, because I'm not gonna allow it. You know what the lesser of two evils is. Frosted Flakes or Frosty Flakes. You know it. You know what it looks like. Tostios, sugary puffs. You know what it is. Don't act like you've never had to choose between two horrible choices. So that part stop being brand new. But I'm saying the news of the day was the fact that he could ride a bike. Are you kidding me? And this is what got the internet going nuts today. I don't know. I was beside myself. I was just beside myself. So I got this theory that I didn't get to last week. And salute and appreciate everybody that tuned in to me on Karen's show on Friday, and then caught me and John on All Fun and Games on Let's Go Live on Friday. But it was something I left out last week. I was like, we're in an alternate universe. We're in a parallel universe. There is nothing happening right now that makes sense. Nothing. I don't care how educated you are, how much pontificating you can do with forecasting, and there's nothing going on right now that's normal. And I feel like this is what happened. I told my coworker a theory. This is my theory. Walk with me on this. You know how in the movies, right? When they got these time travelers and then they be going forward and back, and they get specific instructions. All right, let me give you easy ones. Back to the Future. They get specific instructions. When you're going to the future, don't touch anything. You get the directions, right? Don't touch shit. Because you could mess up the timeline. And when you come back to the present, everything be messed up, right? Planet of the Apes. Something happened. He was on the timeline, and he went to like a tangent and came back, and it was present day, but the Lincoln Memorial was a monkey. You know what I'm saying? And then you got those other movies where somebody go tamper and then come back and shit's different. This is my theory. I think we're all on one of those lines that went shot out to the right. We're on a parallel universe together on accident because somebody was playing around. This is how I envision it happen. Somebody was playing around. Is Umbrella Academy? Is that what they're doing in that movie? I haven't seen it. Or that series? I haven't seen it. I feel like this is my theory, and I try not to, watch a lot of stuff because I don't want to get ideas from different places. But this is my theory. I believe that shortly after Kobe Bryant died, somebody important was time traveling. They got the box, and they went ahead and was trying to do some evil doing. And wherever they got to the place and was like placed a large bet, put the money down on the table, and whoever the futuristic bookie was like, "Oh, you want to put $1 million on that? You know, on the Lakers? You want to put $1 million on the Lakers?" And the guy in the future was like, "Oh man, I wonder what Kobe would have to say about that." And then the dude placing the bet was like, "Oh no, Kobe died a couple weeks ago." And the dude in the future was like, "What the?" And just went haywire, and they got the wrestling over the box, and was like, "You got to be kidding me! I got to go back and save him." And then the dude, hit the wrong date and came back, and then right after that, because if you remember, now the theory ain't just shits and giggles. And then we just went. If you remember, shit started going haywire right after Kobe died. Fight me. Like we're on another timeline. We are not on the correct timeline. I promise you. We're in a splintered off parallel universe, and it makes total sense. And I say all that to say, we were excited today that this old white man can ride a bicycle better than the other old white man can walk and drink water. Absolutely insane that this is where we're at. Heroic Joe showing you that he's recreational, and he's nimble, he's got legs, and this is what we need in an old white man president. And then the Kanye thing just won't go away. And now you got Nick Cannon. I don't know if he's playing or not. I was riding for Nick Cannon. I'm not into canceling people off of one move. I was riding with him. And now Nick Cannon, bounced back. He survived. Well, I don't know if he bounced back, but he survived. And now he just jumps out there. I need the cameras on me. I like that attention. I need some more attention. Kanye gets my vote, is what he says, allegedly. We need another black man president. So now you got two major influencers. I'll give them that. I'll stop it there. Two major influencers. Basically doing the devil's dirty work on accident. I think Kanye's doing it deliberately. I think Nick is on accident because he's bumped, battered, and bruised from last week. He caught some serious strays. So now he's trying to iron it out, but the wrong way. Like I had the stats when I was on Karen's show last week. I had the stats, and the statistics were saying that the amount of votes that Kanye could possibly get, which would effectively split a Biden crowd, the amount of votes that he could possibly get if he made it on the ballot and shook up enough stuff to actually be, I don't know, either written in or whatever, or if he made it on the ballot. I don't even know how you can at this point, at this last minute. I don't even know how that works. But they said the amount would be significant. No real way to tell what number, but they said the amount would be significant. Significant enough to cause confusion. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? So here's my Biden take. Here's my Biden take. It's a hot take. Okay, you ready? Unpopular opinion. I'm fine with Biden. Not because he's any type of white savior, not because he's a better candidate. I'm not even a fan. But it's for the mere and simple fact that he does not empower white supremacists. Suspected white supremacists do not get excited at Biden. And the fact that they don't get excited at Biden excites me. And it is enough for me. That's enough. Lesser of two evils, two trash candidates, same old white guy candidates. Yes, all of the above. But the fact that he don't empower them peoples is enough for me. Now we can strategize and come up with this Black American action plan and do all the stuff we're doing that those people are doing behind the scenes and get a mob of 100 brainiacs together and kick the door in and sit at the table and this is what we want. These are the tangibles. Blah blah blah. Shit we should have did in since 2008. Yeah, I'm patient. I can wait for that. So he's better for that reason only. It's not scientific to me. And I'll tell you why. All you super politically savvy, super righteous. I know what the game is, and we've been waiting for too long, and hold the vote, and no tangibles, no vote. All of you, none of that is happening in 60 days. If you have not already been demanding and requesting tangibles, pen to paper, feet on the desk, 60 days, it's not going to happen. It's game time, and they're playing games with us and our lives. So all that self-righteous, I'm going to take a stance, and this is my position. Nah. We should have been done that. We was in the streets for 2 months. And then sports came back and softened us the hell up. So that's this little 60-day window or whatever. It's not going to happen. Now, if you were fine with how the things have gone the last 4 years, if you are absolutely fine, then yeah, you can afford to take that position. But for everybody else, hey man, stop playing, man. It's enough for me. There was a time when suspected white supremacists who hated my guts were still fearful of being exposed, fearful of any encounters, with the people that they hated on the street. They don't give a damn now. And it's from one reason and one reason only. The division that has come out of the highest office in the land. Period. I'm not a history teacher. This is what has happened in the last 4 years before your own eyes. So the fact that they're not racing to the polls to vote for Biden makes him enough okay with me. He's okay. He's okay. And the bitch can ride a bike too. He can ride a bike. Anyway. All right, let's see. Let's see what y'all talking about. SP Nola says, you're right. We have a better chance of getting the tangibles out of Biden and the Democrats. I say let them have it and tell them if you want to stay. Tangibles. Kind of. I don't know if we have a better chance. Because Trump will do it just because. He'll be like, what? Is it tangible? I'll do an executive order. Is this what you want? You want how many millions for your HBCUs? What? Okay, Jeff Bezos' wife, she already did that. Like, I don't know if one would be a better chance because Trump can do it by way of pandering. I mean, he's you see, he had the black church and the HBCU presidents, in there for the photo op. So he knows how to pander and he'll give you an intangible tangible that you can touch and play with. Nothing long lasting. So I don't know if they'll be better at doing it. What I'm only talking about one point. I'm talking about the point of these people walking around like supremely every day. I see a new video. I don't know if y'all see the one where don't even know what state it was. Maybe Cali. It had to be Cali. If Tommy the Clown was there. Anyway, Tommy the Clown. You know, did y'all see Rise when they was talking about the crumping? Tommy the Clown. He started the crumping or whatever. He still does birthday parties. Big deal on the West Coast. And they'll do birthday parties in the middle of the street, and everybody be dancing. One lady came home because she lived in the neighborhood and gets out there in front of like 50 to 100 young black people and starts getting in their face and slapping phones out their hand, and they just start smacking her up or whatever. But my first thought when I seen it, I was like, wow, the boldness. Talking about that type of thing didn't belong in her neighborhood. Kids dancing in the street for a birthday party. Come on, man. It has not, I'm not gonna say never, because this is America. It hasn't been like this in a long time. That's what Make America Great Again was. It has to go back to that. They're so empowered now. Do you know? All right. Let me take a tangent real quick. I don't know how y'all feel about this. Do you know they out of bullets? Do you know there is a bullet shortage? That's a conversation that's going around right now on social media. Do you realize that there is a bullet shortage? Does that make you feel any kind of way? Does that do anything for you? This is a real question. It's not rhetorical. They are out of bullets. There is a caliber of bullet that right now is not available. What caliber, Lamont? Because I don't really know guns and all that stuff. I'll tell you what caliber. It's the caliber that's most readily available and most used. There is a shortage. Why? Well, what does that mean for me? Because I ain't into guns. Okay, it means that the people who are have bought up all the fucking bullets. That's what it means. The people that don't like you spend all their extra money on buying bullets, and there aren't anymore in America. These are the little things that you gotta think about, because somebody has whipped up an atmosphere of hate in such a frenzy in these here Americans that, I mean, it's just it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And so that's the part of the game I refuse to play with. So the fact that they're not a fan of him makes him my candidate, point blank. Is he going to solve the problem? No. Is he going to end the racism? No. But he's not out there spitting flames every day for 4 years. What is that? 1,200 days? What about 1,500 days? Between 12 and 1,500 days of complete and utter recklessness, hate, vitriol, tweet, press conference, email, phone call, and he got people under. It's like a pyramid. It's like a susu. He got people under him who spew the hate, then people under them who spew the hate, and then people under them who spew the hate, and then I put in judges, and judges think you ain't human, so they treat you like trash, and then you got these lawyers put in place, and then this is all on down the line, and then it's people that look like him or think that they look like them, know good and hell well that whatever happens at the top is not affecting them. They're actually out of work because the coal mines is closed, and they getting the same $400 a month that you getting, but they still hate your guts and they still buying bullets because they think the person in that White House is for them. For me, that's bottom line. We can deal with policy later. We deal with hopes and aspirations. I got patience for that. I waited this long. 60 days, you're not going to get none of that. So he all right with me. Just because of that. And I'm not a registered Democrat. So let's keep it moving. And hope for the best. All right. Big talk about me and John was talking about WAP WAP on Friday. I don't even know if it's WAP. Like, how do you say it? It's the acronym for wet and gushy now, WAG, the clean version. But the dirty version was wet. And I was like, well, what about that? Cause yeah, there's some dry ones out there too. Where's the soundtrack for the daps? We need a dap soundtrack for the dry ass brother. You know what I mean? Because it's it's summer. It's hot. Y'all ain't doing much but sitting at home. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? What about that hygiene is the question. Yeah, just up in the uproar. No, but seriously though, so Megan and Cardi B got the song, and it's wild. I've been watching these conversations on social media, and I even had a couple of them on the air on Karen Hunter show. We talked about it, and it's really 50-50, and I'm so surprised. The lines are drawn in the sand, and it's really, as far as women are concerned, it's really 50-50. There are some women who are like, yo, it's female empowerment, you know, when Luke does it, or when Trey Songz, or, you know, any male does it, it's not an issue. But when the females do it, it's all of a sudden it's an issue. And I was like, good point. Then you got people on the other side that's like, yo, but it's exploitation in its highest form, and you showing the little girls that this is really all you can be if you want to, you know, to be famous and aspire to. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. So it's kind of tricky, man. I would love to get y'all opinion. Anybody that's not afraid enough to jump in and jump on the. Is it the same? Is that balance? Is the fact that that type of music for mainstream consumption, is that an example of balance, or is it irresponsible? We don't all have to be one way, sure, and it's not about being self-righteous or above anybody else. But is that really balance? That the amount of just it's 100 videos before that with ass and titties. 100. There's 100 videos and songs before that with horrible choruses. You know what I mean? Just real reckless. I mean, look where we was at a certain point in time and what was played on the radio. Put it in your mouth and your mouth and you can eat me out. That was a song. Now, truthfully, we got to deal with that. We got to come to grips with that was the thing. Now, was it as accessible as that content is now, music-wise? Either mainstream as a hit song on the radio or at your fingertips and on demand? Not really. But were we all singing it at an age when was many of us singing it at an age when we probably wasn't supposed to or shouldn't have? Probably. So the question is this detrimental, especially in this time of activism? Is that, I even saw something where somebody said that that's their version of activism. The butt naked and being able to say what you want, and the freedom and women's freedom and all of that, owning your sexuality, owning it because you was renting it before. So now you got to own it. Somebody said that that's, you know, empowering. But I would love to hear the ladies on that. Mr. Clarkson says, what woman artist is going to be brave enough to write that? The real one. A real one. Probably an older one. Maybe like a, who could do that? Who could do that? What old artist could do that? Like an old rapper, maybe? Maybe Yo-Yo. I think Yo-Yo could do it. All right. Either way, we keep it moving. Y'all been all quiet today. It is all good. All right. Something else I saw today that I thought was interesting. School coming back 2.5 weeks. What y'all gonna do though? Oh, we got one. Let's see. Hold on. I just like how it sound. All right, let's see. You want phone or audio? What you want to do before I bring you in?
I do video.
Okay. All right, here we go. Welcome to the program. Let's see if I can do this right.
Audio. What you want to do?
Yeah, turn that down.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get rid of this.
Yeah, let me bring you in. Right here.
Let me get rid of this big time. What's going on, bro?
Wait a minute, I gotta bring you in first. Hey, what's the good word, Mr. Clarkson?
Hey,
EP.
What's going on? What's going on? How's everything?
Oh man, the same old. Better than it was yesterday. Worse than tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I'll take it. I'll take it, man. You gonna vote for this old man president race?
Well, yeah.
They should just arm wrestle, bro.
They should just make it a race. That
actual foot race.
Just a race, yeah.
The Olympics are canceled. I pay good money for that.
I definitely would. Do like one of them joints, a triathlon where you use a foot race, then a bike race, and then a water drink.
Water drink.
Speed drinking. You got to.
Whoever's hand shakes the least.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that's where the votes go.
Good grief, that's gonna be hard to teach in a history class, man. That's gonna be hard for you, boy. I don't know about that.
So I don't know if you were here in the beginning. I was talking about we're in a splintered timeline,
right?
And I think we're in a parallel universe. This is alternate shit. So 20 years from now, as you're trying to teach or write curriculum, like what are you giving it an asterisk? Does it get an index? Is it cliff notes that come with it? How do you even explain 2020?
It's really gonna be the day that the Knights went out in Georgia, so to say. And I mean that when Trump got elected, I was like, well, the office no longer has any respect because now anyone believes they can do it. And you kept seeing who else could jump in. Because even Oprah at one time went, Then The Rock actually submitted a committee of people to look and see, like a straw poll, to see what was possible. Is it possible? What states could I pull? I mean, you'd be surprised the number of people who have literally went out and had straw polls just to see if they could garner votes. Tom Hanks has done the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Because, he's flirting with dual citizenship anyway. I forget what other country he's in. But, yeah, he's actually working that angle. It's a weird world about there used to be a time when you couldn't fathom the idea of anyone not being president if they had not gone through the proper ranks.
Right.
Now, anyone can do it now.
And he did that. And the people that support him, I feel like they deliberately discount that.
Yes.
The effect that's had, the fact that, well, this guy doesn't take it seriously, and if he could do it, I could do it. And so people really are lining up so look at the Democratic candidates. At one time it was like 26. You knew 18 of y'all knew y'all didn't have a chance.
But why not? It's literally like buying a lottery ticket with the presidency. If you can buy a scratch off, you can be president. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you this much. Old folks used to say all the time, one day a fool is gonna be president. And I actually remember my pop saying to me one time, you know why? That because you can be president of the United States without ever being president of any other country before. Think about like any other job in the world. You have to have prior experience.
Yeah, right.
To be able to do it. Like,
right.
Okay, well, we think you can be a manager because you didn't work at Foot Locker long enough. You understand?
That's where governors come in, and that's why they've always been so successful because you're basically the president of that state. And he has none of he was the president of a failed company. Numerous failed companies.
Like he was president of a failed university.
Of a fake failed university.
I don't even want to get on Trump as the academic.
Yeah.
It's the scariest thing in the world when you got people buying off your old school saying, "Hey man, don't show them my transcript." If you do, class action lawsuit.
Wow.
That's scary, man.
Wow.
That's a brand new type of scary. Well, hey, man, because really, who cares what type of grade you got? Transcript is evidence that you graduated.
Right.
You don't want people finding evidence that you graduated?
Or that you even went.
You even went?
What's this Trump University? Oh, no. That's a misprint. I never went to that shit.
No, but that's like that Jeffrey Epstein stuff. He didn't graduate from college either.
Yeah, he
was like a whole professor.
Right. And got a job as that. And then on Wall Street, they took him seriously for years as a hedge fund manager.
Why wouldn't you?
Now I want to get into the hedge fund management because why not? I mean,
do it.
Yeah. I feel like
No,
I feel like 2021 is wide open.
it's wide open. It's scary. I'm mad who we're stuck with as choices. I understand the ideology that it's a lesser of two evils, but we should never have to look at who's going to be the next leader of our country as a lesser of two evils. We should look at it more so as a lesser of two different ideologies. Well, I like this guy, but his ideology is different compared to this guy. We're literally voting between bad and less bad, diet bad,
Yeah, bad light.
bad, bad light, and it. I'll be surprised. I won't be shocked if the next after hopefully if Biden gets in. I'm saying hopefully, and I'm praying that he doesn't pick a black woman as a VP.
Oh, wait a minute, plot twist.
Yeah, didn't see that one.
Well, yeah,
right?
why not?
Here's the thing, right? I am literally afraid. I'm literally afraid that if this doesn't go well, that this woman will be blamed for its failure. I'm deathly afraid of it. And I feel like if it doesn't go well and they don't get the W, it's going to be so hard for another candidate to be brave enough to pick a black woman. And I actually may be playing a little, being a little chicken in the situation, but I understand how politics go.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn.
Now,
I'm going to give you a turn, but you got to knock it out the box.
Give me an example of how she would get blamed and what for. I see where you're going, and that's an interesting take. But give me an example, because I mean, the VP is not someone that's typically out in front and making major decisions.
Well, it's not the fact that they're the person that's out in front making decisions, but they also control the House and the Senate.
Okay.
So whenever you look at option A, okay, we get it. You over the exec. Option B says, okay, well, you're going to be handling the lawmakers, the policies, the treaties. When people saw Obama, they're like, okay, we cool with you handling the exec because you seem to be very cool under pressure. Biden, you've been in that world for so many years. You understand how that functions. We're cool with you being the president of the Capitol. Got it. We're cool with that. When there are pockets of the world that feel very uncomfortable with black women in charge. Highly uncomfortable with black women in charge to a certain extent. We're comfortable with you being a mayor. We're uncomfortable with you being a governor, a senator, a representative. But vice president, you too close. You too close.
Yeah, I may be ill-informed, but I feel like that's an American thing.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like there are parts of the world that would welcome that. Would be so fascinated by it, impressed, awestruck. I think that's an American thing.
Yeah, I don't, there are other parts of the world that have women presidents and they're rolling fine.
Yeah.
There have been, women prime ministers rolling fine, no problem. I'll say this. I don't believe that Hillary Clinton, and let me put some respect on her name, Secretary Hillary Clinton, was the best candidate to try the woman president experiment on.
Oh, absolutely not. But there was nothing else at the time to do.
But her resume speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Like, she's been there. She knows what's good. Hey, man, I stood next to a president. I worked and were in the Senate. I was a secretary, Secretary of State.
I laid under one. I mean, yeah,
See, all that to say is, you know what it takes. You know what it costs to be the boss, and yet and still, our country was like, nah. I know you got the resume, but nah.
Well, but you know what? That wasn't her doing though. That was manipulation. I mean, that whole thing was manipulated. I mean, between the whole WikiLeaks and the emails and all that stuff that had nothing to do with nothing. But the media, they got outmaneuvered because. So what's the Democratic news channel? Exactly, there isn't one. It's not branded as such. But the Republican,
that's very fair. It's not branded as such.
But the Republican has an arm, has a whole arm of media in Fox News. So they got outmaneuvered because of what they were spewing minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day on Fox News to make you think that, oh yeah, she was Hillary went home and was putting emails on her private server. Oh no, you can't do that. And people didn't even know what that was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did not know that.
Benghazi. Oh, she shot the man at the Benghazi. Oh, she done got the Benghazi. She did the Benghazi. And then they had that. And then, you know what I mean? So they got outmaneuvered because her resume, like you said, should have trumped all of that. Like all of that was inconsequential. It was irrelevant. You sit here and you at the stake, you die on the stake that she used a federal government email server for her private emails, and you went and you bled for that. And this man gets in there and 100 illegal things back to back in your face.
What is he not doing? He's grabbing them. He's paying for it.
Yeah.
He's paying for it. He got a couple of 14-year-olds. I mean, he's now signed over 180 plus executive orders, which is scary because he's not even completed a fourth term. I mean, it's like every day, it's like, my man, can you just calm down a little bit?
Dementia. They talking. I saw a story that came and went very fast. I don't know if you peeped it. There was a story this weekend was saying that a memo was going to be released about a conversation he had with, I believe it was the mayor or the governor of wherever Mount Rushmore is.
Yeah, about putting his face up on that.
Where they actually had a conversation about the possibility, floating the idea of adding this bitch to Mount Rushmore. I'm like, y'all kidding me? Yeah, and that story came and went because the people. Hopefully whoever was in that newsroom was like, I'm not touching this more than once. I'm not going to say this out loud twice.
But you know what it is? Barack Hussein Obama has so much headspace in that dude's brain that is crazy.
Yeah, still.
I mean, the level of things that this guy will do to erase a legacy. And I remember when Omarosa sat there and said, Freudian slip, sat there and said, I remember when Barack Obama made fun of him at the press dinner. And I said to myself, you don't understand the trouble you're in. Trump is going to get you. And I was like, yo, this is what this is all about? This is the hokey pokey?
Yeah.
This is really what it's all about.
Yeah.
This whole long con to get back at a man that don't even think about you.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
That's the part that scares me the most about this guy is that I think what he's doing, he wants to win a second term just to say that he's the equivalent to Barack Obama.
Well, also,
Barack Obama.
Well, I don't even know he wants to be the equivalent. He's already thinks he's better than him. But yeah, the second term thing, my theory, the second term thing is more of a legacy. Because history really does not, and you're a history teacher, history does not remember, acknowledge, or recognize one-term presidents.
History is very cruel to John Adams. And John Adams...
Who?
Yeah, exactly. John Adams is the second president of the United States. He's also a co-writer of the Declaration of Independence for how much you want to believe in that document. But history is very cruel to John Adams. Very cruel to John Adams. And
you got Jimmy Carter, who we like him. He's a nice guy. I don't know anybody that can remember anything significant about his term. The most negative one-term president, Richard Nixon.
Sure.
And he did so much damage. So there's no revelation, because when you look back 40 years and you're looking at that page where it says from this year to that year, 8 years. You don't know what went into that time. You just like, oh, America loved him for 8 years.
Yeah.
That's all he's worried about is that legacy. That's it. He don't want to look like a failure because he's failed at everything else. But this one, and he's demented. I mean, he's older now. The Trump we know, the Trump even some of us used to like, that he was in his 40s, his 50s. Like this one ain't even that one.
Yeah. Because I remember when he would show up on like sitcoms, you'd like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at Donald Trump.
He's
Oh,
on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air today.
yeah.
He disappeared. And you're like, all right, that's the end of it. But then, but I guess for me, I always knew about him in the Central Park 5.
Right.
And I always looked at that dude's mad sideways. And then, of course, having family in New York who was very blatant, like, hey, man, this dude's mad racist. Like, you don't let black people live in this stuff. And he buys up things. Y'all get the Mickey Mouse version of him. But, we know the Walt Disney version of that guy.
Right. Yeah. So
That's such a history nerd reference.
no, but that's real, though. That's real. I appreciate it. Hey, man, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Keep time for rolling today.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we should be good. Should be able to squeeze him in. All right. Mr. Clarkson, ladies and gentlemen. It's our EP of the show. All right. And you too can Skype in if you want. Just get Skype. It should be on your phone, on your LG or with Samsung 4 that you have. Because you just bought a used phone. Who buying new phones? Who out here buying new phones? Let me talk to you. Who buying $1,100 new phones? I just need to know that. And got the insurance. And then when you go to upgrade or just swap out your phone, you think you're getting a new one? Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. We're reaching that point of the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we like to leave on a lesson. And we like to hear from a word from an elder in a segment that I like to call Hi, Dad. Oh, here we go. All right.
Happy everyday, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflections. Brain lock. Today I have been trying to write something humorous for today's reflection. However, as I viewed the world today, I come up with nothing. I guess there will be nothing humorous for me to write about until there's a change at the White House in January 2021. A house that was built by us, by the way. The following items flashed through my mind. Voter suppression, voter fraud, voters kicked off the rolls, mail-in votes not counted, mail-in votes not delivered by the post office, a jackass running as president to split our votes. Keep your side eye open for any form of trickery and stay for Papa. Signing off.
All right. Let's see. How do I get that out of it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Stay vigilant. You got to stay vigilant. You're going to stay vigilant. All right. Keep your side eye open. You ain't know you had a side eye. Keep that side eye open. That's real. That's real talk right there. Keep your side eye open. All right, folks. There it is. This show for Monday, man. Got some special guests tomorrow and some other things happening this week. This should be fun. Make sure you tell people, man. We on Humor Mill. Is try to keep it light, but sometimes, man, you get them stories that just take you left, and you be like, "What the fuck is going on?" So there's that. This Friday, I'm on Karen Hunter's show, Sirius XM again. The next 2 Fridays, actually, she's still on vacation, so I'm taking all the Fridays in August. Sirius XM Urban View 126, and we're here back tomorrow, Lord willing, 6:00 p.m. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 Eastern time, and hope to see you there, man. And damn it, we are out of time again for rolling. I appreciate you standing by. We'll try to get you on tomorrow, so just stand by.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
All right, y'all. I'll holler.
Man, I'm just working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.